Collective. Not only did a group of Jezebels go too far, they went low. They took it to hell. Femme fatales, a group of Jezebelian women. I just heard the whores of Babylon. These are people that got dressed up, ready, waiting to receive your destiny, pathway, and good karma. It's a bunch of women. Now, Jezebel can't just be isolated to feminine women by way of femme fatales. Could be some masculines in this Jezebelian energy, okay? Keep in mind, these people felt like being indicted in spiritual court for what they did was like an audacity. It just shows the blatant disrespect for spiritual law. This is what Spirit is saying. So, something about their ruthlessness, after they orchestrated false accusations and were set to be executed in spiritual court by your ancestors, they decided to adorn their heads, get dressed, painted their eyes in the face of their people that were about to execute them. It's an act during a moment of crisis that contributed to vanity and defiance. Not only did they go low, y'all, these Jezebels took it to hell. I keep hearing the whores of Babylon, okay? So this could be women. Let's get into it. If you're new here, welcome to Spiritual Core TV. If you're returning back, welcome back. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, they were waiting to get your work, to get your information. Somebody wanted to manifest off of your abilities, okay? Not an uncommon story amongst people that, are crazy. If you're returning back, you already know what it is. Let's get into it. Holy Spirit, Divine Mother, Divine Father, Ace of Swords energy, truth and clarity. Show me what it is that I need to see. Somebody is saying no, but I got the keys. Somebody thought they were the sharpest knife in the drawer, but you're the machete that hangs over the door. Open up that door. Ooh, open access. Access has been granted to the collective so we can see exactly what they've done. Animosity. They're angry. The audacity. How can you execute Jezebel, she says. Now she's running in the opposite direction. By this time, these witches, these Jezebels, could be men too. They were supposed to be in the North Node, according to their calculations, according to their GPS navigation. Yeah, by way of divination. So these are people that thought they had it all covered, okay? They did divination before they did their spell work. They anticipated something that was supposed to come to them, okay? Now they're sitting up looking crazy. This is a big curse, y'all, that these people are under. They curse themselves. They hex themselves. Animosity, abandonment, and poverty. It's the audacity to get dressed up, to adorn your head, to put on your makeup, facing the people that will execute you because you've been found guilty. It just further reveals the defiance of divinity, the divine feminine, divine masculine, and that which is holy. These Jezebels are in a tizzy. Their panties are in a bunch. That's what Spirit just said. A lot of sex, a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol. This could be most recently because they don't want to feel the animosity. They don't want to feel the karma. They don't want to feel the drama. Somebody saying, am I the drama? Yeah, you're the drama. You're totally the drama. Now somebody's in poverty, not just financially, but spiritually, y'all. Remember, these were spiritual things that they were supposed to get that were going to lead them to prosperity. Now they're in this energy of abandonment, running in circles on a cycle that's never ending. It's karma. The Spirit just says they're paying for their Jezebelian bloodline. Yeah, it's a lot going on. Let me get these words out. Holy Spirit, please and thank you. Clear my throat chakra. Ascending, okay? So something about divination, North Node, and ascending. Some of these people are really pissed off. They recently did spell work, the last full moon, and somebody went and got a reading and found out that it had no effect on you and that you're still standing in your power, that them pulling at your shadows didn't devour you. Somebody wanted to pull at your shadows in order to get you in a low space so they could take something from you. Now these people are mad. They're trying to abandon something, poverty. They're trying to leave something out in the cold. Okay. This energy of expectation is driving somebody crazy because, again, they were supposed to have something from you by now. They were supposed to have received your destiny. Somebody knew that they were trying to destiny swap with you, but they still did it. My hand is itching. Ooh. Something about your money, something about prosperity. Money's coming in. Yeah, I just heard money's coming in easily. Money's coming in to be with me. Somebody could be doing affirmations. I just heard an affirmation in my head. Somebody could be chanting. Woo, my hand. This is a lot of money, collective. And you know what? This could be financial, but this could also be spiritual money. Good in the spirit realm. Like your checks are good. You can write a check to the universe and it's good because everything happens in the spirit first before it manifests on the physical. So whatever you're doing, something's manifesting quickly. So something was supposed to slow you down enough that you would abandon this destiny. Yeah, this is a group of Jezebels because as soon as I went to open up that door, somebody's standing at the door like, no, you can't read our energy. We don't want you to know what we did. Spirit was like, bitch, you are not the sharpest knife in the drawer. You're the sharpest knife in that drawer because the people around you are not that sharp. You're around a whole bunch of butter knives. We are the machete over the door, boo. The truth spell has been implemented. You can't stop it. We're all the way up. Yeah. Somebody is pissed off. Yeah. I want you to know that I'm really mad at you. I thought you should know I'm glad for you both. What are you talking about? False narratives, gossiping, talking, trying to speak things into existence. These are goat mouth heifers. Goat mouth heifers, goat as in the devil, mouth heifers, split tongues, venomous tongues. These are people that carry the ability to speak curses into the atmosphere. They pissed off the Iyami though, okay? So something here about the Iyami and the mothers of the world. Wow, these people are blocked. It's a whole bunch of Jezebels. It's a lot of them, y'all. They could have made an agreement in the dark realm energetically. Most people of the dark arts, they all are connected. They don't need to know each other. They could be in another state. They could be here. It's like going into the dark realm to make contracts with your shadows, with people from your past to try to figure out if they want to reinitiate a contract to destroy you. So this is somebody that goes into your shadows, finds all the people in the spirit realm who were your shadow characters, all the karmic people. They then approach them as the Jezebelian energy by way of lust and beauty in the spirit to make a new contract to destroy you. Let's all come together and destroy you. Now, moving forward, you may have gotten premonitions, Divine Mother, Divine Father. I'm hearing Divine Mother. You could have been like, well, how is it that his mother knows my ex and this? They all know each other by way of the dark arts. They know each other by way of being hell-bent, hell-spent. These Jezebels are very, very ego-driven because literally they know that they're about to be destroyed and they're still running their mouth. They're still speaking upon your name. They're still trying to create this double narrative in order to manifest over your energy. It's the audacity because we can see the animosity. It's over and they don't want to admit it. These are people that have already faced their demise. It's over. It's like tapping on Jezebel's shoulder and she's looking in the mirror. She's putting on her makeup, making up her eyes. And they're like, you know, you're about to die, right? She's like, oh, whatever. There's a whole bunch of people standing outside to execute you, to burn you at the stake. Okay, I got to get dressed first. Pass me my perfume. She's calm in the face of danger because she feels as though this, whatever they're planning, is not going to work. She'll seduce them all. It's like showing up to be executed with the death penalty at your neck. And although you are having your last supper, you're ordering the most expensive things off the menu just to piss the people off that are standing by to rightfully execute you and bring you into spiritual court, where the judgment has already been called down. They're simply transporting these Jezebels to spiritual court so they can be picked up and taken to their final destination. Spiritual crustacean. These people did too much. Okay, karma showed up. They're mad that things are manifesting quickly for you and that you're not bound to their Jezebelian energy. Open up that door. Oh, they're mad. Whoever you are, you're somebody that high. Oh, what? I was going to say something else. I heard something else. You're somebody that's high ranked. They want you to doubt your say. They want you to doubt what you're seeing. What's that hesitation? Yeah. They want you to doubt your prayers. So their mode of operation was to project illusions onto you with the hopes that you would doubt your manifestations, but instead something manifested faster for you, because I felt there was some pushback. They're still doing spell work, although they know that the end is here. Again, this is blatant defiance against the Most High God. You got divination, high priest, rising star, and faith, ascending, north node. Okay. They want you to doubt your prayers, but it's not working. Somebody wanted to destroy your position, your leadership. They sent you destruction, complete and total destruction. Somebody knows that they messed up. I feel like they were keeping it cute, keeping it on mute recently, but now they're starting to see like, okay, yeah, we really messed up. You really are the eye in the sky. Oh yeah, they don't know what they're messing with. I want you to know that I'm happy for you. I'm not quite as well. I thought you should know. It's a cry for sympathy. It's a plea for sympathy. It's a desperate attempt to get you to feel sorry for them so they can still use your energy. Remember, wherever your attention and your energy goes, that's your frequency, that's your currency. When you pay attention to somebody that is trying to get your empathy and sympathy after trying to destroy you, you are giving them energy. Spirit says starve them out. Anything that you starve out with your attention, mentally, physically, spiritually, dies. So you got Jezebels crying out, I'm not quite as well. They look really good too, by the way. I thought you should know. This is after being unsuccessful with trying to destroy you. You've awakened, you've ascended, you have great faith, and they're shocked that they weren't able to stop your manifestations through divination. You're divining with the Creator. You're the rising star. You're the one that came down for a little conversation. Yeah, I can't make this up. You got a child involved here. Okay, clarify this child. There's an 18-year-old child. There's a child here held in high honor, or you're the child collective. Take it as it resonates. Spirit says two things are true at the same time. So this is you collective as a child of the universe, of the Most High God, held in high honor, achieving your goals. Yeah, they didn't stop anything. Spirit just says these flying monkeys didn't stop no shows, okay? They didn't want you to show up. They didn't want you to be in the spotlight. They didn't want you to get your accolades. This is in the spirit realm. Yeah. Now they're sitting up thinking about woulda, coulda, shoulda. I want you to know that I'm not quite as well. I just thought that you should know. Well, why aren't you quite as well? What happened? Well, what happened was me and a group of my friends, we spoke curses over you. We wanted to destroy you. And then we were waiting, like confess your sins. That true spell is whooping that ass. They can't tell a lie. cross their hearts and hope to die. Stick a big ass needle, maybe even an ace of swords in that eye. Evil eye. Expectation. They got to tell the truth. Why is it that you're not quite as well? They have to confess their sins, not to you, but to the divine, because we're starving out this energy. So why are you here? They want empathy. They want sympathy. They're pulling at your strings. They want you to go back into some type of religious PTSD. Oh, but God is kindness and God is good. And you're supposed to pray for your enemies and you're supposed to this. So you mean to tell me if somebody runs up on you, okay, and they're trying to hurt you, you're not supposed to defend yourself? That's not common sense. Your natural human instincts by way of fight or flight is, hey, wait, hold up. What are you doing? I got to defend myself here. Or should I just start praying for my enemy when somebody has a gun to my head? What is the procedure when somebody is trying to rob you blind from your ethereal bank and they have a spiritual gun to your dome piece? What is the procedure? Oh, I'll just pray. No, the prayers have already been sent. Now I got to pray for strength to body slam your bamboozled ass because you've been led astray. You're not even supposed to be on this side of the street. Security, security, security. How did you get here? Cart this person off back to their own destruction. Send them so that they can consume their own vomit. Nasty spewing words, false narratives. Now you got the audacity to have an attitude. How long you plan on being mad? You was mad like this in the last lifetime. It's my ancestors talking. It's a Jezebel somewhere barking, still holding on. Didn't I just tell you? It's a Jezebel barking somewhere. Defiance. Because in the back of her mind, she still believes all her lies that she can come in because they really feel like the collective is so kind. The collective is so sweet. That's why my magic didn't work on them, because they're just pure love and light. I know that they're going to receive me. I know they're going to forgive me and all the sins I did and all that death magic. And then I sent them. They don't want to say what they sent. Somebody stops right there when they say, well, what did you do? I sent them. They stop right there and I sent them, and they never finish the statement. They never complete the thought. The thought is incomplete, just like their work. And now they don't know what to do. Somebody's out here eating dirt, sniffing dirt, graveyard dirt, consumed with spirits that you thought was going to destroy the collective. Didn't I just tell you? I just wanted you to know I'm not quite as well. Oh, it's a damsel in distress. It's really a damsel who's defiant against karmic law. These are false love offers. Remember, if you forgive somebody that has done something like this and they've shown you who they are, 9 times out of 10, they're going to do it again. This is why forgiveness is not for everybody. Forgiveness is only for special people. Everybody doesn't deserve a second chance. Yeah, I can't make this up. What did this Jezebel want? The same thing that all Jezebels want. Money, fame, beauty, sex, death, seduction, sexual, sensual, body, out here working their body, doing sex rituals over you. You could be a feminine, you could be a masculine. They're pulling at your heartstrings. They want your weakness, which they feel is love. They see love as a weakness. Oh, you don't know how to get into your shadow. You can't really see in the dark. You're so nice. Oh, we're not that nice. We're sweet, but we are with the shits. We will cut you, chop you down to size, put you into little bitty pieces, and send you somewhere where you got to figure out how to put yourself back together like a puzzle. Now you puzzled. Now you confused. Now you sitting up thinking about, okay. Did you try to curse the collective? Yeah. On the stand. Still trying to seduce God, trying to seduce. Jezebel is a huge walking, breathing audacity. They definitely are a very bizarre, diabolical anomaly. There's nobody like these Jezebels. They're sitting in spiritual court trying to seduce the prosecutors, the defendants, the jury, the judge, creator, the devil, anybody that is willing to be seduced. Mm-mm. We see you, little Jezebel. There is no veil, honey. We see you, okay? We see you. You can't dress it up. You can't make it up. You can't, whatever you thought you were doing, we see you. The veil has been removed. The veil is no longer existent. Somebody doesn't want me to get these words out. Clarify getting my words out, throat chakra, and speaking the truth. Yeah, I can't make it up. It's the divine speaking through me. They don't want it. Block it. Return it to sender. There's an ice king here that feels as though he needs to say something. Why is this ice king here? Because the truth is cutting him down. Yeah, the truth is whooping his ass. It's a masculine that's a Jezebel in the Jezebel spirit. Mostly feminines, okay? But there's a masculine in the Jezebel spirit or some masculines in the Jezebel spirit. Spirit says these are masculines that were bit by the Jezebelian bite. Okay, yeah, they were bit by the Jezebels. So they turned them into some shit. They went through some type of metamorphosis. Now they're all sitting up looking like this. Because one thing I know about a dark ass Jezebel, she always needs a slave, especially a man that's seduced by his lust, because he's easy to control. He will always behave. That's what Spirit just said. So you got some masculines out here too. I can make it up. Something about can we get out of jail or something about them not being able to bind you. Okay, imprisonment in the reverse is representing them not being able to shut us up. Because the Ace of Swords is your tongue. We can speak life or we can speak death. We are choosing to speak the truth. Okay? Cross their hearts and hope to die. Go ahead and stick all them pins and needles back into them evil eyes. Now you're going to see them really go crazy because the truth cannot be changed. What are they doing now? They're trying to stop the truth. Imprisonment in the reverse is a shut up spell that has backfired. Now they're crying out. They want sympathy, empathy, because they see you in this wealthy woman energy. Now, this is not just money, that's wealth of your spirit, wealth of prosperity, wealth of knowledge, a knowing about who you are. Rich girl, your soul is rich, right? You have great faith. You're ascending, you're optimistic, you're not bitter, you're light. Although you can definitely go to war with these people, you don't see them as battle worthy. You don't see this as a battle that you want to fight. So you're simply starving it out collective. I resonate with that. It's like looking over, seeing what people are doing, talking about you, false narratives. And you're just like, interesting. You know why collective? Because you already know how their lives are going to turn out. So why would you need to lower your vibration, get in the mud and get dirt up under your nails and dirty up your destiny when you've done so much, when you already see the outcome for people that don't know where they're going? They tried to come this way and somebody got knocked down. Oh, I'm the sharpest knife in the drawer. You absolutely are, amongst the other knives and the butter knives and all that. But you didn't see that machete over the door? That's collective. That's karma. Karma is my best friend. I love you, Karma. Thank you for being here, Karma. I love you. Now they're mad. Now they're sad because how dare you? You're supposed to take our love offer. Nothing that they're doing is working. The only thing they can do is run in a circle, because abandonment and destruction with the tornado in a circle means that somebody's just on a whirlwind of destruction. It's like a hamster on a wheel, man, with the audacity to still be mustering up any types of energy that they got left, giving you the evil eye. And they're mad because you are the divine feminine. You are Mother Mary. You are the divine woman. You are the Black Madonna. I just heard. You are Divine Mother. Divine Mother is a real person, a real lineage, a real bloodline. It's a very beautiful group of women. There's a scripture in the Bible. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so it says the trickery. This describes people who don't knock on the front door with honest intentions. Instead, they sneak in or worm their way in to somebody's life. They are charmed. Oh, they use charms, lies, and false, fake, holy acts to get close to people who are at a low point. This is why you got to have your spirit woman, your spirit man built up. Men and women want to cross your threshold. They're looking for your exhaustion. They're looking for your lack of discipline. They're looking for your tiredness, or maybe you want a partner, or maybe it's been a year or 2 years. They're looking for your weakness. So they will come in presenting themselves to be that of something decent and in order, but they really come in to use, destroy, kill, and destroy because they know that you are lukewarm. Right? That means you know something, but you're not all the way in. Once you get to the North Node, there's nothing that they can do. There's nothing that they could find. They got love offers right now, love spells going on that are being rejected and putting them in this energy where they're forced to think about every single thing that they did because trying to attack you is forcing them to see themselves. That's what Spirit just said. It's a trap. Once the manipulator gets inside of your life, your house, they take over. They make the person feel like they need them. Instead of helping you to be better, they try to keep you trapped in a bad habit or guilt. Okay? Using their own gains, creating confusion, putting you in a cycle where they feel like you don't ever need to learn or figure out who they are. These people are treacherous. Okay? The bottom line is, the spiritual meaning is watch out for people who use your past mistakes or your current struggles to control you. It's about manipulators who hunt for people who are hurting because those are the easiest people to devour. Oh my God. Jezebel, Jezebel, go to hell. Moving on, moving forward. They're trying to figure out how the hell did you do that? How'd you do that? Why are you so well with your darkness? Why are you so well with what has happened to you? Why are you so well with all of this destruction that we did? We went for the darkest magic. We did the darkest things. We did the heinous things. Why are you so happy? Why are you so mad? I mean, like, what is this? Why are you so mad? Why did I say that? Clarify. That's a double sentence. That's a double entendre. Yeah, because you're not mad. So they spoke over you. Why are you so mad? But you're unbothered. That was a curse. That was a trick of the enemy. But the truth is here. Somebody can't twist up the truth. They want to. They want to real bad. They're trying their hardest, but they're blocked. You're the machete over the door that has beheaded these people. They're like chickens with their heads cut off. Yeah, what they did, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, work, effort, labors, blood, sweat, tears, up all night, praying from 10 at night to 10 in the morning, 7 at night to 7 in the morning, done, backfired. These are covens, these are groups, these are dark ass witches, Jezebels. All they do is use sex, death, and sickness in order to manifest money and love. Fear. You achieve some level of a soul's mission. Now, the soul mate is not always that of another person, but you've soul mated with your higher self, the highest version of yourself. Therefore, your highest self is your spirit guide. Okay, let me say that again. Your future self, your highest self is your spirit guide. For you exist at the highest level. You have a seat in the heavens while you walk this earth. So it's your higher self that you're mating with, that you've connected to, that you're not leaving out in the cold. Remember, these people hunt for people who are hurting. They need people who don't even know that they have a higher self, but you're somebody that's held in high honor. So this is really pissing them off. So all they can do at this point is try their best to kiss your ass. Literally. This is why they're doing love offers and love spells. And something keeps trying to snag at my coat. Like every time I turn this way, this part on the bottom of my table snags. So it's like somebody trying to like maybe throw a hook and get a little bit of energy or something like that. Everything means something in the environment. This space, this place has been prayed over all night. That's why it's so powerful. And I give thanks to the Creator for aiding and assisting me, for protecting my throat chakra. Let's get into this energy. A bunch of Jezebels are shook because you're not going to hell with them and you're not in the Eight of Swords. Okay, Spirit, clear this energy. Your ancestors could be showing you the truth. You pray for the truth, something about your dream state. You have a witch, a couple of them that wanted to ride your back. That's an old technique done in dark magic where witches will ride your back like a broom, trying to whisper into your ear false narratives of the past, trying to exhume all your pain. But you've made it to this level. You talk right to the divine with divination and you're in the north node. So you see every illusion. You see everything that they're thinking before they think it. And they don't like that because that means that nothing that they do is going to work. Wow. Okay, I'm being guided to use these cards, the Intuitive Kevs Extra Deck. Big shout out to Intuitive Kevs, gang, gang, gang. We love Intuitive Kev, y'all. These cards are some of my favorite cards. I always tag them down below. I'm telling you, these people are mad at you. They hate your intuition. Their goal was to harm you, take you out, embarrass you, and humiliate you. They're bound to some very dark ass, diabolical ass demons. Some of these demons are darker than the devil, doing candle magic, and now they're sitting up feeling insecure. It's the audacity for me with the Jezebel. It's like all dressed up. Oh, you look so pretty with nowhere to go. You got all dressed up, ready to embark on a new journey that did not belong to you. Now you got to sit in poverty and lack for the next however many years. Spirit just showed me, my nose is itching. Spirit just showed me how long their karma is going to last. Counting the days of their lives. Cross their heart and hope to die. Stick those needles in their eye. You're coming up as somebody who's very resilient, an alpha female, fearless energy, assertive, dominant. You know how to control your own energy. You know how to control your own mind. That's a mental manipulator's worst nightmare. Somebody that can think for themselves and see through the lies. That's what I just heard. Okay. So they went from hexing you or trying to hex you to trying to like hunt you down, hurt you, and now they're trying to send a love offer. Okay. It's a crazy ass system there. Spirit says it happened in that order. Now they're snapped and unhinged and looking crazy and trying to play hide and seek and sit back and see what's going to happen if you're going to take their love offer. They're messed up, that Jezebelian energy. Some of these people, yeah, they have things riding their back. While they were trying to ride your back, now they got some mysterious shit coming up out of hell riding their back. But it's a ride that's there to take them to where they belong. It's a hell that they created. They're going exactly where they thought they would be going, but without you. That make any sense? Okay. Spirit says, but you're nowhere to be found. Very pretentious. Now it's coming in like, hey, look at us. We're the Two of Cups. Like, I'm not the Two of Cups with no damn Jezebel going to hell. Who the hell's scheduling hell as a field trip for their life? Consciously? You're talking to people that are walking in divinity. Are we in hell here? Hell yeah. But Christ Jesus walks with us. Hear ye, hear ye. We want to see thee more clearly. We know he hear me when my feet get weary. They try to make us nearly extinct. They don't like the fact that you are a role model collective. You're making people think, so you're bringing common sense into the game. They don't like that because now all the people who are hurting can't be hunted. They call back their power, and if you don't think for yourself, somebody else is going to think for you. These Jezebels are mad. And a role model is somebody that plays the role of a model, an example of what it looks like to overcome diabolical spiritual attacks. That's what it is. You're a model. You played the role of the person that hunted the hunter. Now they want your forgiveness. That's what I just heard. But the forgiveness is not for them to ask for you. That's a ploy to get you to show them empathy. That has nothing to do with you. They have to talk to the divine. Whoever these people are that were in secret cahoots, their alliances are being exposed. They're all going down. Anybody that knew about it. Didn't I just tell you they look real good? It's the audacity, child. They were getting ready and prepared. Somebody was like, I know I'm about to get this. I know I'm about to get your destiny. I know I'm about to get your gifts. They don't like your insight and your intuition. Mm. Yeah, I just heard, if only I could hunt the hunter. But what I really want is forgiveness. A way to calm the crazy mind. And what I wouldn't give to meet a kindred. Somebody wants to meet a kindred spirit, not a familiar spirit. They want to meet a kindred spirit. They need deliverance. And what I really want is deliverance. A way to cool the demonic mind. They need your help, basically. It's a whole coven that needs your help that's trying to figure out how in the entire hell did you do that? We cannot beat you. We have to join you. And we're going to do everything in our power to get you to show us some type of level of empathy and sympathy because we just don't know what else to do. We did everything in our imagination, but apparently what we could imagine was limited. Yeah, the sky was the limit. The ceiling was the limit. Divine Feminine, you're at peace. Something about your beauty, inner beauty, seeing the world with the eyes of beauty. Somebody's a beautiful soul. It's my beautiful collective. You're in peace, you're in harmony, you're in alignment. You're a teacher, you're alluring, you're attractive because of the high frequency that you carry. Now the hunters are being haunted and hunted. Secret collaborations. Now they're doing love spells. They're not doing anything nefarious because all that stuff has backfired. But what was their initial intention? They had intention to harm you, to take from you, to strip you down, to take your knowledge, take your insight, take your ability to connect to the divine, your divination. I just heard somebody say, where are you from? Where are you from? Look, now they running. Where are they running to? Where are they? Whenever we see this card, this avoidance card, this escapism card, where are they running to? Yeah, I hear Karma saying, where do you think you're going? Look, this person was cocky. You hear me? Somebody even got dressed up to do their magic, honey. These people could have been wearing masks. Somebody could have been wearing a ski mask and dark shades while they were doing their magic chanting, thinking that you couldn't see them. Are you crazy? Somebody had on shades with the lights off, wearing glasses in the night. Child, this is a mess. Cooking up chaos magic. This is recent energy with this new moon. Oh, they were ready, but they weren't prepared. Okay, Spirit, thank you. What else, Spirit? Remove this energy off of me, this other energy. They're trying to bind into our gifts, okay? This is theft. This is embezzlement. This is larceny. Somebody trying to burn away what it is that they've done. They're trying to burn some type of Akashic records. They're trying to burn out memories. Somebody's trying to wipe somebody's memory clean so that you won't know or see or believe what it is that you saw. That's what I just heard, which is good. We don't need to believe what they believe because that's a lie. So robbery, burglary, embezzlement, larceny. Now what they're trying to do is wipe your memory clean. They're trying to project onto you as if you didn't see what it is that you saw in your insight. What's going on with this dream state? Somebody's parents could be involved, or these witches, these Jezebels went into your Akashic records in your root energy. They want to know, who are your parents? Because if this is you, who are you? We don't even know what you're doing here, where you're from. Like, you were here before Earth, okay? The first Earth, before the moon was created, you were here. Before Neptune became Neptune, you were here. Maybe you were hanging out on Jupiter for like 2 million years and then Earth was born. Whatever this is, they don't know what the hell to do. They're running, they're avoiding, they're escaping, they're not taking accountability. But Jezebel, you got all dressed up with nowhere to go. Robbery, burglary. Yeah, they went into your Akashic records. They're trying to steal your memories from your parents, because if they could get to the root of the two people that they believe created you, then this would somehow give them the techniques that they needed in order to take you out. Some of them could have gone into demonic contracts with your birth parents in the spirit realm. Okay. All the demons and diabolical people know each other. Interesting. Clarify? Yeah. Somebody, this is not even your parents. This is not even your true bloodline. You may be finding out that that's not your mother. That's not your father. Okay. Yeah, I just heard, I'm not the mother, I'm not the father. Something about Maury Povich, maybe the DNA test. You know, it's like, you are not the mother, you are not the freaking father. And you know how the people run, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm 1,000% sure that I'm the mother and the pappy of that there baby. No, you not. You stole that baby. Where you get that baby from? They don't even know where you came from. Divine masculine energy, divine feminine energy. These people don't even know what you are. They have no clue. They have no clue at all. At all. So somebody went above and beyond with this intention to harm. They even went towards your bloodline of your siblings, okay? So let's just say you and your sister have different fathers, or you and your brother and your mother, or maybe y'all got the same father, brother, mother, whatever, only to find out these ain't really your parents. This is not really your siblings. Ooh, my nose is itching. Lord, that's the truth. Whoo, when my truth comes out, my nose itches like for real. My goodness. They even went into your sister and brother's bloodline trying to figure out a recipe. Something was encrypted though, okay? They wanted to inject themselves with Jezebelian tendencies, the third wheel. They wanted to inject themselves in between your destiny, your shadows, your Akashic records, what you are, who you are, third party situation. They wanted to be the other woman, the other man in the energy of the Jezebel, energetically in the ethers, in order to take your gifts, all dressed up with nowhere to go. Open up that door. Somebody said, no, this is supposed to spiritually poison you. This is poison in the ethers. So if you had a dream that somebody was giving you something to eat, or eating and drinking with you, having a good time, laughing, and you wake up like, oh, that was interesting. This is a Jezebel that had penetrated some type of dream state, okay, by way of trying to gather some type of information, and they were wanting to feed you something so that you would go into a contract with them. Again, this is in the dream state. Pay attention to your dream state. Something was toxic, something was harmful. You could have picked up on this in the dream state. So somebody got their ass whooped on the astral realm plane and in the 3D on all levels. Now they sitting up looking crazy with guilt and remorse, asking for forgiveness. Yeah, it's like they want you to feel bad for them. I keep hearing somebody saying, I'm not quite as well. I thought that you should know. You're like, oh, interesting. So that shit finally backfired on you? What is it that you want the collective to do? What is it that you want us to do with that information? Oh, you want us to reunite with you? No, it's not good to sit down with people that try to unalive you, poison you, sexually molest you, strip you down, unalive you. In the spirit realm, they spoke it, they thought it, they projected it, they saw it. Their minds were so twisted, it didn't know the difference between that which was real and that which was imagined. Trying to intuitively tap into intuitions that they didn't even know how it worked. They skipped over you and was like, okay, well, let's go for the bloodline. But who's the mother? Who's the father of this here baby? Only to find out that this is not your mom and your daddy. They don't know where you came from. Some of these people feel like you literally just showed up. The stork dropped us off. That's what I just heard. Left you on the front porch. Maybe. They don't know where you're from. And there's doors that they can't open. Look at the way they're peeking through this door. Look at those eyes. Somebody don't want to blink. Somebody could have dry eyes. Look at the security. Look at them. Look at the dog. Look at the Anubis. Don't play. Something about not being able to cross your threshold, not being able to go into certain realms. Hold on, y'all. One of these Jezebels, they have somebody in this group that is kind of like, I don't know why I'm picking up on like a werewolf energy, a werewolf, vampire, reptilian. Okay, it's a DNA splice. This person has clear audience. They can hear things from miles away. Okay, they could be doing some type of sigil to figure out why the magic is backfiring or how to stop it. This could have been last night and it backfired. They tried to go into your dream state to change your memories. This was the last attempt. Now they're running from what they did because somebody is saying, oh, what the hell? They saw me? Collective saw you. Like, what are you doing here? So you were awake in your dream state. And somebody thought that you were asleep. This is a really good time. Somebody was tiptoeing. They were lurky-looing. They were Tom and peeping Tom, peeping around the corner, retching around, trying to figure out a good time to come in and tap into your dream state. The runner, now they're running because they're like, how the hell did you see us in your dream state? How were you so aware when you were supposed to be asleep physically? Last night was the last night, robbery, burglary. They're trying to steal the memory. They're trying to steal the evidence that incriminates them in spiritual court. It shows all of their spell work and what they did. So now this is them trying to change it. But instead of changing it, they only made it worse. So now they're just running. See what happens? Somebody is trying to get you to unsee the truth. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, I can't make this up. And you woke up feeling good, feeling okay, living your life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life. Okay, that's enough. Back to the story here. Tarot musical here at Spiritual Court TV. If you're just now coming into the chat, welcome. Please use your intuition. Uh-oh, there's a witchy sister here in the chat. You a liar? You a whole lie and the truth ain't in you? Yeah. Collective sees you. We just let you stay in the comments on all platforms because at this point, these people are case studies. Okay. So you got a witchy sister, one of these Jezebels, or your witchy sister could be a Jezebel, a reptilian. They made a deal with somebody in the spirit realm, other people that they created this lie, this narrative about. They went into the spirit realm lying. They signed agreements because the goal was to take you out, whoever you are. You're somebody that's gaining a victory. You're the divine masculine and the divine feminine. You look amazing. Now these people are sitting up feeling bad because they can't convince you to forgive them. They basically can't put a veil over your eyes. They can't put you in an energy of being naive. It's just not working. Yeah, spiritual court is now in session. Let me tell you something. Whatever they did, you have supernatural beings that are coming from out of this world as prosecutors and defendants. These people are now being persecuted by their own people, a jury of their peers. So now you got people testifying against other people who did wrong things, but they all did the same thing. They're all being exposed. Look, secret cahoots in the reverse for being in agreement with one another. They're testifying against each other because they don't have any loyalty. There's no loyalty amongst these thieves. They're testifying against each other because they believe that spiritual court is going to lighten their sentence. These are people that are on the stand lying in spiritual court. Excuse me if I testify. Tell the truth then. If you want to testify, what's the truth? I'm a liar. I'm a liar. Oops, I didn't mean to testify. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. That's the truth. If they don't speak the truth, we're going to speak it for them. Cross your heart and hope to die. stick a needle in your eye. Which eye? The evil eye. The one that you projected out speaking those nasty curses when you were doing that energy work, remember? Remember when you were speaking curses and you're like, all those things you said when you whispered and muttered and uttered, even the thoughts that they spoke got registered. This is what they went back into the Akashic to try to change. They went into the Akashic. They made a big attempt. They got caught up by spiritual police, the security at the door, stopping them. They wanted to backdoor you, come into your mind state, steal your dreams, and then run off, having you think that they didn't do anything wrong, but they got caught. They met something in the ethers that scared them. So now this field trip that they went on was unsuccessful with energy work and chaos magic. Oh my God, why you want to testify? You got a nasty ass evil lie. Narcissist, malignant, because they felt like they could pull it off. This is like somebody that sees that everything is going wrong, but they still try. Like, okay. You see everything falling apart, right? They're still trying. In spiritual court, testifying, lying. Now the truth spell has them crying on the stand because with liar, they have to tell the truth. And if they don't tell the truth, we as the truth speakers will speak their truth in ways that they can't negate it and they can't manifest off of it either. They can't manifest a lie off of the truth. This is why they're watching, because those lies are coming in hot, being exposed, stalker, lying, surveillance, watching, looking, lurking, reaching around, trying to figure out how to backdoor you again. This is how silly these people are. Now, somebody got their ass whooped in the ethers last night in the dream state, but you were awake in the dream state. You knew that they were coming. Your intuition told you that they were coming. So when they showed up, you were waiting. You knew they weren't supposed to be there. You saw your security around you, around the perimeter, guarding the door. These people did not have the keys to get in. They still tried though, because they're never wrong and they're malignant narcissists. So they said, we're going to come in and we're going to steal the part of the Akashic records where we hurt you so that you will come back and give us some type of empathy because we really want you to feel bad. This is what they're saying. This is what they're thinking. Yeah, not my words. I'm just here to channel the energy. Something about your financial gain, your wisdom, and spiritual gifts, okay? Some of these people have lost their gifts, or that's how they feel. Yes, something has to be decided in spiritual court. Only the divine can take people's gifts at this point. Whew. They don't know. They're looking at the clock. They're running. In order for you to get the judgment, you got to show up to spiritual court. Because if you just keep running, spiritual court is going to be wherever you go. We got lawyers and prosecutors at the perimeter. So says the ancestors. Whoever these demons are, they got to lay down and go to sleep. Even the demons are tired, y'all. Even the demons are out here just like, okay, we just want to testify. Like, nah, we don't even need y'all like that. Just go ahead and go home. Whoever this witchy sister is, she teamed up with everybody in the dark realm, okay, energetically. This is this message, okay? Let's close this door, please, and thank you indefinitely. So it has been said, it has been prophesied, the testimonies will stand, and so will the verdicts. If you are not happy with this testimony, as I have spoken the truth, as a truth speaker, you need to take it up with the divine. I have spoken the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. If you sat in this reading throughout its entirety, or even in the beginning where we all got sworn in by the divine, that means that you've agreed to this reading. Give it a thumbs up. The truth is here. I love y'all, okay? I'll see you soon. Peace be with you.